Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I am Melon, and today I'll be on with our ladder climb. So in the last deck, I did show off the Rattle Squad, which was an entire combo deck that was revolved around basically just getting King Crush on the board and then reviving him with a bunch of Death Rattles mixed in as well for sort of like, controlling the board and things like that as well. This time though, we're gonna run the other half of the deck, which came from pretty much a bad deck design of my own making, which is the Naga Squad. So with this, the whole object of it is to play our quest, play lots of spells, be fairly aggressive in the early game as well, and hopefully just kill my opponent before they can kill me. So a nice aggro deck to kind of round it off out as well, with a few control tools for those later game matchups. So let's jump in.
Rexar versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. Let the hunt begin.
Okay, not bad. I will toss one of these because I don't want to keep it early, because we know this is going to be a control matchup. At least it's more likely to be, so I want to be as aggressive as possible if I can. Playing this turn 1, I might coin this out turn 2 to try and have a Naga. And my opponent seems to have 40 cards in the deck, so hopefully, they don't have the one card that I always hate for them to have early game. So in this matchup, it is actually worthwhile for me to try and keep hold of the coin, because every small amount of damage does help out. Which seems rather unusual to think about it, but it really does. Like, every bit of damage I can get on them is going to be a benefit to me later in the game.
What adventure are you up to today?
Like Lance?
Bring me back a brew.
No. Went straight in for that. We'll keep that there. We'll draw spells here. So they're going to go for the healing, which is fine. I just won't deal damage to them. I'll control the board in this case. So, yeah. It is absolutely fine for them to decide to do that. So next turn that triggers, and they get their 12 health, isn't it, I believe?
Were you followed?
They'll take a counter spell if they get it, knowing that what deck I am. But I can do this if they play a second minion. They probably weren't going to, there you go. So, Omayog. Oh no. So we'll play this then. Because of the fact that I know what they might end up doing, but I do want to play this behind the scene, I'll play this first. See what happens. If it's something else they're doing, that's fine. I can always kill that minion off as well. That is fine here. So, I guess we'll do this. I thought it might be like a counter spell or something. Again, no point wasting the 5 damage, because they're just going to heal up. So they healed a total of 1 health. Worked so well for them. But I've still got this 4 damage here, which is quite nice. So I can kill off any minion. I've got these if I do need to do card draw later, but I want to kind of get rid of one of them anyway. That's great, so we can do that here then.
Turning tides will switch your mind.
And that being the case, I can just do this to face. So we have Noble Sacrifice or Judgment. Probably gonna be Judgment. The joys of nature spells, folks. The joys of nature spells. So I kind of want to get this on board so I can actually play it for this turn. In that case, we want to play this. And because it makes no difference here, whichever was equal to the Noble Sack or whatever, we get to play him out. I push that face, then we kill that off. Basically just conserving my resources as much as possible. Because there's no point kind of going too far out there if I don't need to. Now this is the point where I can try and be as aggressive as I can be.
Give life.
Ooh. 10 drop. That being a 10 drop, I think the only 10 drop they have is like when they buff the board. How much damage do I actually have in hand? I can cast the next spell twice. I have so much on the field. Then there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more. So 13. I don't have the kill with what I have here. So it's best for me to try and at least wipe the board. Is it? No, it's probably best to just go face. If they got Reno, they got Reno. Yep. Let's do that then. And with that,
I got 2 shots just for you. My blood boils for war.
there we go. Dragonbane is enough to keep me there. Even if they play the 10 drop here, they can't play it, so they've got to at least heal themselves. We managed to push a good amount of damage face. Like, I probably should have played this first, but I wasn't too sure if I was going to play it or not. And I'm not sure if I actually...
They're gonna be rich.
Oh, there we go, the Reno. There are a Reno deck. And they're drawing from that. That is frustrating.
Let them play.
So, kill that off here. Kill that off here.
Oh, no, 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 no.
So we came against basically the one matchup we didn't want to, and they had the Reno in hand, luckily. I would like to point out how lucky they were to have that Reno in their hand. I don't know if they kept it from the start or not, which I think they might have done. Which is, yeah, it's just one of those things. There's not much I can do about it. Even playing and casting that twice doesn't, it gets me through it, but I give a spell to do it, and
I got 2 shots just for you. My blood boils for war.
now what I find annoying is your next spell casts twice, and if you cast 3 spells while holding this, deal 5 damage. So, as you can see here, I've cast a spell twice. Yeah. Yeah, they should trade over that because they got the big mini anyway. It's kind of game at this point. There's not much I can do. They've just had all the control tools they needed to make sure that they win the game, so I will surrender at this point here.
Well fought.
But other than that, it shows you how the deck works. My opponent got very lucky to have the Reno in hand, and that's the only reason that they won that game. So you can kind of see when I say on certain games, like, you have good and bad matchups, that was a good matchup for me if they didn't have the Reno. Because at which point they dilute their deck too much, they ain't going to win that. And they just kind of kept the Reno obviously from the start, or at least drew it fairly early, which is, you know, it's pure luck. You know, it's unfortunate, but it was bad luck on my part more than anything else. I played that game, I think, as correct as I could have done. I couldn't really jug that game any longer. But anyway, if you do enjoy the video, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.